for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking. You keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you.
What a night, people dancing in slow motion, blurry eyes. But I've had enough, it's time to say goodbye. 3 a.m. as I'm walking home with a smile. Smoky moon, like a shiver, all the shadows fade away. All your streets are empty, lights begin to sway. 4 a.m. as I think, oh, Stockholm love. Sometimes I picture how life had been in Paris or New York or
going on? What's going on with that? Shout out to the sea.
Say what's wrong or right.
Hey.
It's not hard to fool me. Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah.
One love to the F.
I follow. No need to say
Big Shirley.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
How we doing? How we doing?
Edge of it all.
Get them up. Get them up.
To the edge
Hey,
of it all.
city, gender.
So tell your street
I'm that bitch from the streets.
I no matter what. Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. Ooh. So tell your good night. Cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh.
Fine, no matter what.
Susceptible now. Before the moment flies.
I'm that bitch from the streets.
It's not a problem. Cause I know what
Yeah.
I'm getting into. Nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way.
Lead the way.
I follow. No need to say
Today.
where we are
angry people
heading
out there.
now, babe. I follow. To the edge of it all.
From the streets.
So
I'm
tell
that
your
bitch from the streets. I get
cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good night. Cause I'll buy no matter what. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies.
Bobbity bobbity bop. We are back. We are back. We are back. Shout out to the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. The CIA. One love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. The FBI. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy April Fool's Day. We are back. We are back. We are back. What are we back to do? We are back to set this in place one more again to get back on subject after a week of after a crazy week. We are back. Today's broadcast, I told you, was going to be a doozy. And I'm going to combine several different things. You know, I talked on last Friday about, you know, all the drama, trauma, and abuse that so many people in the community, you know, afraid to even, girls afraid to talk to their mamas and carrying on. You know, in a lot of ways, men are afraid to, boys are raised in the same kind of environment. It's almost like Shawshank, surviving Shawshank. And then we talked about the different models of women. But I want to skip all the way to the end and start from here. First, we need to have over 2,000 likes. When I look over, if the likes aren't even halfway, I got subscribers, chat on. So you can be a subscriber and chat, but I still expect the engagement to be up, number one. Number two, still go ahead and show some love in that super chat too, man. And you see it running down at the bottom. If you don't want your name to pop up in super chat, you can do that. But today is going to be important because we need to talk about something. Last night, where are my manners? My manners. Candle of the evening, a great candle for springtime, Cologne 17. A nice amber fragrance, kind of reminiscent of ocean breezes and things like that. Why does this thing keep going up and down, in and out and around and around? I don't know. But, all right, let's do it this way. And fragrance of the evening, one from Francis Kershaw, Baccarat 540. Love that, love that, love that, love that, love that. The extract de parfum, Baccarat 540. Let's just turn the lights up. Why is this important? Because last night I had one of my, what I call a focus group. And when I have a focus group, I talk to anywhere from 4 to as many as 9 women at one time in an undisclosed location, no camera. I record it, but no camera. So I get the audio. And just to get the real deal. And we spend about 4 hours between talking, and then we go out to dinner. Okay? And when I do these focus groups, I'm talking to women who, all professional women who have something to gain or something to lose from the subject, because not everybody can risk popping up on a live stream and then just being a tell-all. You have attorneys, physicians, MBAs, PhDs, basically the very women and men that have made this panel. See, it's funny that people think, no disrespect to this, but people think the people in the comment section or the people in the chat rooms are the same as the silent majority. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the majority of people who watch my content never say a word. College educated, middle class, upper middle class, rich. So I find it funny, especially my critics and detractors love to talk about, all these Kevin Samuels says, and all these guys, and they're not like you. And I'm like, yeah, that's bull crap. Because I know the men. I talk to them. And when I do focus groups of men, women also do focus groups of men, just to make sure I got my ear to the street and I know what's going on. And it only further serves to more tighten up and focus the message. And tonight we're going to talk about something that we need to get on. And then next week we can start building on something else. You see the title of the stream. You guys see the title of the stream. Cheating, average, or alone? Pick one, ladies. Pick one. Because this is the major issue with so many women today. So many women today want this so-called man of value, this above average earning, higher earning man that has all of these characteristics and criteria. But then most women don't want this man. They want this man to be solely to themselves. And I asked a woman last night, where in history have kings, kings and earls and men in the top 10%? When have men like this ever been strictly monogamous? Monogamy tends to come up a lot with women. They want men to be monogamous. And we're going to talk about this because I've come at this from an evolutionary biology standpoint, come at it from a cultural standpoint. No matter how you come at it, at the end of the day, ladies, you're going to have to ask yourself a question. If you want a man that's in the top 20% of men, top 10% of men, if you got a requirement that this man is strictly monogamous, you might want to lower your standard, lower your ask. Now, I want to make clear, I'm not saying that this is mandatory. I'm not saying it's mandatory, but what I am saying is more likely than not, your man's going to cheat. And I know there are plenty of men who will jump up and start banging their chest and start virtue signaling. And look, if you want to try to make that point, fine. You're in the distinct minority. You're in the distinct minority. So what I'm basically asking is either you accept cheating. If you don't accept cheating, you're going to have to accept an average man. If you don't want an average man, then you're going to be alone. So which one would you prefer? To be cheated on, to live an average life? And understand something too. Women don't necessarily want a high value man. Women want a lifestyle. Because plenty of women I have talked to, and I would tell them, you're addicted to your lifestyle. And your lifestyle, you only want men who can provide, who can maintain your lifestyle. Because here's the conundrum a lot of women have. They have an above average, above middle class lifestyle, even upper class lifestyle. And they are not willing to go back and live at average means. Like we went out last night and dinner was pretty expensive. What we spent on dinner, that's a lot of people's anniversary. And that was just a Thursday. We're going to focus more in on this, but today we're going to talk about the bottom line. Ladies. Ladies, ladies, ladies. Can you accept being cheated on? I've talked about it before. Cheated on, as long as there's some rules to it. Meaning no babies, no diseases, no embarrassments, and he ain't spending a bunch of money on the chick. Some people call it cheating responsibly. I think that's a nice way of talking about cheating responsibly. I just think it's called cheating with rules, parameters. And here's the other thing. Don't go looking for problems. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. You know how many women lost their mind when I said that? Well, I want you to understand, ma'am, that you're going to always be number two to his purpose anyway. And I will tell you, there are plenty of men, and there's a growing amount of men, especially content creators, who are starting to do this virtue signaling shit. Telling women, oh, well, it's not about this, not about that. Look, the tendency for men to start telling women what they want to hear once they got a certain amount of money, that's kind of because it's easier. It's easier to tell women what they want to hear, especially when you've got money. It's just easier. That's why you see so many BP dudes that are already independent, because they got a product or a service to sell, and it's better to keep women happy. My thing is, I think you ladies are unhappy today because you've been lied to. You don't understand men, male nature, and the fact of the matter is, like one woman said, why would he need to cheat on me if I give it to him how and whenever he wants it? I'm like, cause ain't nothing like new P. Well, and she was like, what? I was like, saying what reason he'll go ahead and whack one off in the bathroom. It's like, sometimes you just got 10 minutes to kill. Women really don't understand male sexuality and male sexual nature. Get the likes up. We have 60 seconds to get over another 1,500 likes, or the chat room goes to members only. Can you deal with being cheated on? Meaning, if you had a man to provide you, to work with you and have an above average or a higher standard of living, you were the wife. You're the wife, the mother. Your name's on everything, but he is going to have sexual relationships outside of you. Can you deal with that reality? Well, not reality, that likelihood. Let's say that, the likelihood. Can you deal with it? And I'm going to tell you, the only women that I think can deal with this stuff are women that can see the big picture. Women that can see the big picture. And this is why being feminine is so important. Femininity does not go out looking for chaos, looking for conflict. I mean, As long as he's not throwing it up in your face. Well, hold on. This is what also came up last night. Because anytime a woman gets cheated on, a woman tells me, my man cheated, I always ask her, how'd you find out about it? You know what the answer I normally get? Now we're starting to get, well, the woman he was cheating on me with contacted me. And I said, what did you say? Because I told two women last night, here's what you better go listen to old school Betty Wright. Here's what you should have did. When she called and said, yeah, you know your husband? Yeah, we having a relation. Girl, oh, is that you? Is that where he be going on Tuesday? Girl, thank you so much. Appreciate it. By the way, thank you for taking that off my plate. And, do you tickle him behind the ear? Because he likes that too. Oh, by the way, he likes his meatloaf red, not brown. Thank you, girl. Matter of fact, we should go out and have some coffee one day to exchange stories. You know how many women call women like that back? None. Because any woman that will call you is trying to get your position. If a woman calls you, just recognize, damn, I'm winning. But no. You know the women who don't like what I just said? Masculine women. Masculine women don't understand, because a masculine woman, she's thinking like a man, territorial, like we belong to y'all, like those, like those guys belong to y'all. See, masculine women, you're trying to figure it out, trying to find out, because see, that's what. If you want a man in the top 10, 15% of men, if you want a man that's confident, intelligent, and assertive, and you want him to be competitive, intriguing, and aggressive, and you want him to be bold, ambitious, and generous, you want a double CIA man who's the bag. You better be all right with the fact that he just may decide to get him some strange from time to time. And like I said, as long as he ain't bringing home no diseases, babies, or doing no, bisexual, stuff with men or whatever, what's the problem? What is the real problem if you never find out about it? And see, this is what so many women want to talk about. Well, I will find out about it. Not really. If you don't want to find out about it, let him use a sugar baby. And here's the funny thing, I listen to black women, and this is when I hear black women talk about black men so much. And I'm like, you know who cheat more? Yeah, I hear it. Black people, we talk about it more, but I'm gonna tell you, far more men that are not black I've heard are cheating. Asian men, in my experience, why do you think you have Asian tan and all these tanning salons? Who do you think's going in there? Asian men and white men. Shall we talk about it? Because this is where you often hear, see, this black man cheating, over sexualized. Strip clubs don't stay in business because of black men. The men's club, the lounge, the few strip clubs around the world, like in Dallas or Houston, there are clubs like the men's club, the lounge, the top end strip clubs. They don't stay in business because of black men. You know how we do. We gonna drink before we get there, and you ain't gonna spend no money on far too many brothers are cheap in these clubs. Let's talk about it. Many dancers or escorts, and their policy was no African American men, because you got a reputation of being cheap. Black men got to fix that. But we're talking about men. How do men cheat? They cheat in the strip club. They cheat with an escort. They cheat with a girl, and they're going to have to do it. And honestly, ladies, you want your man to spend some money because he's paying for confidentiality, safety, and discretion. You would prefer him doing it that way than getting into a whole relationship with a mistress. If you're a primary wife, you should already assume he's banging his assistant, his manager, and a mistress. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you should prefer him doing that other than dealing with a woman from the street.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
You would rather him deal with an executive assistant, a sugar baby, somebody where there's risk payment and non-disclosure. You would prefer that than the other. Man, hit the damn super chat. We are going in. And ladies, that's what you really fear. You really fear hearing
The
this.
streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
Oh, well, and you want to hear something else masculine modern women say? Here's something masculine modern women say. Well, if he can cheat, can I cheat too? Yeah, see, that's a masculine woman who thinks that. Masculine women are the kind of women that are always trying to think tit for tat. Other than, whoo, she taking one for the team. See, feminine women are like, thank God. You're like, feminine women are more like, especially, the executive wives or the women who deal with these men, they're like, thank God. She's taking care of that? Great. That means all I have to do is worry about getting my mani-pedi or whatever. She's got that? Great. He comes home all ready to focus. See, and where do I learn this stuff from? Talking to women who are married to these men. Talking to women who want to marry these men. I didn't learn this just for the men. I talk to the women who are with these men. They look at these women like they're employees. That's right. Mrs. High Value looks at the mistress or the whatever girl like, she's doing me a favor. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but I am. If you got a problem with your man cheating, did you have a problem with him cheating, or is he just not doing it responsibly? Do you have a problem with him cheating, or do you just have a problem that there's no rules? Because if you don't want him to cheat, then get an average man. No disrespect to my average guys, but I need you guys to understand it's a matter of options. And it's one thing to say what you would and would not do until those options are presented. Let me give you an example. Even as an average guy, go buy a silver wedding ring. Go buy a silver wedding ring and just put it on. And go out to and do the things you normally do and watch how differently women look at you. You become magnitudes more attractive to other women because of a wedding ring, because you're pre-selected now. Sexual pre-selection. Anybody? They are mad at me. I know they're gonna be mad at me. This is why I say my content, I'm a men's advocate, but I'm also, and why do I tell these truths? Because I think it's far better for women to start understanding the truth that's been hidden from you. Too many people have been lying to you ladies and telling you these Disney fantasies, and you can have this and you can have that and it doesn't matter. No. Men want a little variety from time to time. Sometimes he don't even want to be around you. And if you start learning how to use the mistress, the jump off, that chick to your advantage, that's a smarter woman. Instead of pulling your hair out and worrying about what he's doing, this or that. Because the reality is this, ladies, gentlemen, understand something. Ladies, understand something. You want a man that other women want. Then what do you expect to happen? You expect to have the biggest, baddest dog on the block, and then him to sit there and act like a cat? No, you want a man that other women want, other women are attracted to, but women want, far too many modern women want that man just to be all yours, because that means she's tops. They get mad at me. Hey, I didn't make it this way, ladies. And like I said, you don't have to deal with this. You don't have to accept any of this. You can choose. You can choose, if you so choose to, you can choose to just say, you know what, screw this. I don't want to deal with any of this crap. I want somebody who's going to be solely dedicated to me and only me for a lifetime. And therefore, I will just get me an average guy. All right, cool. But then as long as you treat that man with respect, as long as you treat that average man with the same amount of respect you would give the man that you really want to deal with. And we know the reality of that. They'll do it for the wrong reasons. They'll do it and say, you know what? I'm cool. I deal with the average guy. But we don't want to see you treat the average guy like Jada treats Will. Gentlemen, don't do that to yourself. As a guy today, you know what if you're halfway awake, you know what the dating situation is. The dating situation today sucks for average men. In general, it does. Why else do you think people are looking at this content? Why do you think people across the world are looking at this content? Because what's going on in particular in the Black community is a predictor of could happen to other people if we don't start getting this stuff under control. You don't get 7 billion people on the planet with monogamy. Ladies, if it comes down to being married, having a family, having a legacy, can you stand some cheating? Let's open up the call lines. I really want to hear women because this is the third rail for most women. Most women today, I think, because I want you to understand, this is what Big Mama and them understood. They understood that Big Daddy was going to tip out. He was going to tip out and go across town over to Miss Robinson's house. He understood that when he was driving them trucks from here to there, that he was going to get him some when he was on the road. And when did you hear any of these arguments? Why did women back in the day
Recording in progress.
Why did women back in the day knowingly accept this stuff? Well, I don't care. I look at the outcomes because we talk about the good old days or the glory days of what people want. You want those. I asked women last night, what is your relationship role model? What is and you know overwhelmingly what it was? Grandparents, aunt and uncle. 100% of the women asked did not say my mom and dad, because my mom and dad try this modern shit. And we just saw, this is why Will and Jada was such a hot topic, because it was the end result, the final form of these modern, structureless, open, fluid, bullshit relationships. It was the final form. And men said, and women are like, uh-oh, that's what it is? That's the final form of this modern mess. Modern, that's why I call it emasculated entanglement syndrome. That is the final form. A man that's emasculated and going and acting insane, and a woman who's sitting behind who still ain't happy, writing letters to, having her children write letters to an old dead flame like a puppet master. I didn't just make those videos just to get clicks, even though they did. That was the final result. Gentlemen, that's the final result. Now, would you rather have that, or would you rather have Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King? Do you want Will and Jada or Malcolm and Coretta? Which is better? Will and Jada, Malcolm and Coretta, because Martin was doing his thing. Which do you want? Will and Jada, Martin and Coretta. Okay, I see you guys in the chat room. I see you guys in the Zoom. Which one? Will? And I see you in the Zoom call. We'll get there in a second. Martin and Coretta. Can only pick one. All right. Your microphone's not connected. When you come in on the Zoom calls, you must connect. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm new to Zoom. I'm new to all this stuff. Sorry, I was trying to get it together.
That's okay. How old are you?
You're gonna get me.
I always just ask so I know, because I can
I'm
have
46.
Okay.
So I need help for my grandgirls. So,
Okay. So the question on the table: would it be better to have a Will and Jada situation or Martin and Coretta?
Oh, so that's what I was saying. Nope.
Nope. Which one? Nope. Which one?
While I was in nursing school, I already tried to run over my ex for cheating. So, yeah, you can't cheat on me like that.
Okay, so I didn't get the answer.
The answer, okay, so I've been watching you for a while. Yes, I'm digressing, but I've been watching you for a while. I know you want yes, no.
I do.
The cheating, no.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well then die alone.
No. I mean, you said average was another choice. You said average is another choice.
Yeah, but average is another choice, meaning that you're gonna treat the average man like you would treat the man who was gonna cheat on you. You see, the problem with average is women will take average men, but then you complain about average men.
I have no problem with. Remember, I'm 46.
So your husband cheated on you?
I have never been married.
Okay. Well, how many kids you got?
I have one.
Why haven't you ever been married?
Because I have strong masculine energy. I am.
So an average man that you would attract would be a beta male by definition. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You're saying, which is, I had this came up last night.
Look out my name because I didn't realize my whole
you can change it. Let's see. Let me change it. Rename.
Because I am, Am
okay.
I live?
Well, you don't have to be. You're not on the screen with me right now.
Okay, I don't mind being live. It's just my name needs to be changed.
I changed it.
Okay, because I'm a nerd.
But so you got one kid. You're 46.
Yes.
All right, and masculine energy.
Yeah, I realize that now. I didn't, going for what you know and moving.
Do you have a daughter?
Huh? Yes, I do. But my daughter has been married twice, so I kind of sort of did something right.
Your daughter's been married twice?
She's on her second marriage, and this is probably the forever one.
Okay. Hold on. How many children does she have?
She has 5, and we have to.
Whoa. No. Now, there's one thing we cannot. There's absolutely one rule.
Yes.
What is that one rule?
Don't talk over the host. I apologize.
That is absolutely one rule. Okay. You got a daughter with 5 kids. How old is she?
She's 32. The thing is, I like how Miss
I'm
Average has
bitch
been.
from
You told
the
her to book a
streets.
session.
I get that
I can book a session to
money.
give
I
you
get
the
that
backstory.
money.
So then
Bitch,
you have
give
more
me what
context.
you got.
My friends
I
tell
get
me
that money.
over-explain, but in the moment that we're in right now,
So, daughter been married twice with 5 kids by how many different fathers?
2.
Okay.
Like I said, I have to give you the backstory. It may or may not change.
Well, the point of the matter. Okay, my ultimate point is,
yes, She got married and I didn't. Yeah.
Well, you're still talking. My point is, I mean, why do you think a man would accept this? I'm curious at this now. I'm like, why would a guy accept this?
Except what? For who? For me or for her?
Yeah, because what man who's average, an average man who's unmarried, so they have to be unmarried to marry you, right? Mm-hmm. Why would an unmarried man who's around your age want to spend his last few years with this?
Because that's not his concern. I mean,
what do you mean it's not his concern?
He would be in a step grandfather situation, but he and I would have our lives. She's sufficient. She's self-sufficient.
No, ma'am, no. Your daughter, those would be his step grandkids.
Correct.
And do they come around you often?
They do, but because
listen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, technically,
I want you to shut up. See, you can't control your mouth. You ain't getting nothing except a cat or a dog.
No, neither. I'm allergic to both.
Well, you get nothing because you can't, because your mouth is just and ain't no man gonna spend the last 20 years doing this. I'm telling you, they're not.
I apologize.
Because if you married a man, my mother, her deceased husband, I was around my mom. Oh Jesus H fucking Christ. Say what's on your mind, ma'am? You got something to say? What the fuck is it?
No, I was listening to you.
Okay. Bottom line, the man is gonna have your kid. Your kids, your grandkids is gonna be here. So it's not like they're gonna expect Paw to do something for them too. Kids ain't gonna just be like, oh, hi Granny, that's your husband? Yes, we want nothing from you, sir. Come on, man. That's not how that works.
Okay. May I
Go ahead.
Something? Okay, the reason why that may be a probable situation is the way I conduct my life right now. Actually, I work quite a bit. That's the first thing. So yeah, so I kind of misspoke when I said, yeah, I spend a lot of time with them. I am a big resource to them. I do spend quality time with them, but I work a lot.
What do you do for a living?
That's why I had you change my stuff up. I
don't need your job. I just need your job title.
Oh, registered nurse, psych nurse.
Oh.
What's my problem?
Oh, well, you new to my show. We nurses are persona non grata for wives around here.
Oh, you guys hate us? I didn't.
No, just not good wives.
I've been watching every night.
You're just not good wives. You're just not good wives because you're so damn busy being a resource to everybody else. Nurses, nurses work hard, long hours, and they got bring their work home with them. You have to talk about this. Oh yeah, and then a psych nurse too. I know that one well. No.
However, that's why I started watching you.
Well, but the thing is, the likelihood is you're there. That's your life. That's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna change. Let me bring somebody else in. I want to ask. Because you said nobody gonna cheat. Yeah, he gonna have to cheat on you. He gonna cheat. You know what? You know the main reason. You know the main reason men cheat though. Do you know the main reason the men cheat though? What do you think it is? Why do you think men cheat?
Ultimately, as a psych nurse, because they want to.
No. It's not because just because they want to.
Well, it sounds like you were saying earlier.
Do you? Okay, I asked you. Do you know why they cheat?
I don't.
Okay, they cheat. They cheat because of the one thing you lack: femininity. Femininity is why men cheat more than anything else. Femininity. That's what they go for. They go to get the one thing they can't get in ready supply at home. Femininity. Same thing I told a bunch of women last night. Get the likes up, people, or the chat room goes off. We need 1,000 more likes. Go mute yourself. Go ahead, unmute yourself. I'm talking to Jocelyn. They cheat because of femininity. And the thing is, why not and your best chance to have a man stay at home is to overload on femininity. Hello.
Hi.
You ready now?
Yes, I am.
All right. How old are you?
I am 24.
24. All right. So, Martin and Coretta or Will and Jada? Which one you want?
Martin and Coretta.
So you cool with your man cheating?
I recently came to terms with that after watching your show for a couple months.
Okay.
I was raised by a narcissistic mother. So I
Okay.
was raised to, expect everything from a man, monogamy and all
Right.
these things.
Right.
And I got lucky to find a high value man who's on his way. He's not like, when it comes to money and all that, he's on his way there.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's even taught me a lot. Like, I'm very open-minded and he always tells me
So,
these things
so Miss Registered Miss Nurse,
Yeah.
why is this 24-year-old woman ahead of you on this subject?
Because I'm new to paying attention to this aspect of life. That's what I can concede. After all this time of watching you, I wasn't gonna get on here and put up my dukes and this and that. No,
But think about it. We're roughly the same. We're roughly the same age.
yes.
Do you think your grandfather and the men back then were monogamous?
No, I absolutely.
We know they weren't.
Precisely. So
Okay, so
everything
why?
she
So
said-
why? So listen. So if they weren't, their fathers weren't. No group of men has ever been that monogamous. Why do y'all expect it to be different?
I hope that it'd be different, and I hope things would make things differently. But she
It did. What it made you is unmarried.
precisely. Oh yeah, I already knew you was gonna light me up.
But what I'm trying to understand
Mhm.
is we're roughly the same age, and your father and your grandfather and your great grandfathers, those men all were cheating. The cheating was happening, but they also had 30, 40, 50, 60-year marriages. We had communities and everything else. Then with us, you ladies wanted us to do something different. And all it got was this.
May I?
So no, my thing is, why not go back to the models that we know produced long-term marriages and communities? That's the answer I want before you say anything else. We already know what worked. Why not use what we already know that works?
Okay. May I respond?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you always do this to me. So, yes, I am in accordance with what you're saying. And actually, the scenario that comes to mind, almost running him over in nursing school, had he not been so blatant with his stuff, I would have been amenable to Martin and Coretta. Because
Okay.
you're
Was
right,
he
it's
okay? Was he
inevitable.
blatant? But hold on. Was he blatant with this stuff? Did y'all ever have a conversation about responsible cheating?
No, we did not.
Okay. So I'm gonna just tell you the energy I've gotten from you, and the kind of men you likely attract is men who feel like they can't tell you the truth, so they're gonna lie to you.
Correct.
Why not you guys just lead with whatever happens outside this house? I don't care about it. Just don't throw it up in my face. It'll be good.
I wasn't at that point. However,
Well, that's okay. And what I want people to understand is this is what happened with Generation X. Generation X women, the women we're supposed to be married to, they wanted men to be new wave men. And that doesn't work. And my thing is, if you only got another 20, 30 years in this piece, why not just go ahead and have a man who can let him do what he want to do?
that's my thinking now. And then,
Go ahead. But he's going to be average. But you want an average man. That's cool. Go
no,
ahead.
actually, he could do his thing because I actually need somebody who has the level of ambition as I have. I'm working on my
That train is never late. So what did she say? I'll instead of cheating, I'll take an average man. That's what she came through the door saying. But
And
the
I
truth,
changed up.
huh? And you changed it up.
Because you know what? We have
But
to be.
but listen, you changed it up inside of 20 minutes. And that's the problem.
Because I have to be realistic.
I know, I need you to listen. That's the problem. You're too old to be changing it up. You should have came in like the 24-year-old.
I'm talking about for my grandgirls then.
No, I asked you for you.
No, I understand that, but since we already established it's too late for me, you already let me know.
No.
It's not?
I asked you what you want. I want, you said you want an average man because you don't want to be cheated on. And now it's like, because see, this is the thing. This is why, y'all just need to be honest. And older women, y'all will just say what y'all think we want to hear other than being the fact. Say, I want it all. I want a man who's on my level, making more money, who don't cheat on me. And that don't exist.
Oh, yeah, I'd like that. But now when we
Why?
talk about what...
Why? But why would you like that when that don't exist?
Well, just like I tell
We
my
like
baby-
feminine black women, but they don't exist.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money.
Oh, that was a low blow. I take that one back. But that was a good
Yeah,
joke.
wow, damn.
Well,
I mean, I'm trying.
Generation X, oh no, femininity is in short supply in Generation X, college educated black women. Oh, first off, y'all come in with the 1990 Halle Berry shortcut. That's automatically not feminine.
Okay. I can
We know. Hold on, let me bring some more people in.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Dana,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm old, Kevin.
Okay, just go ahead and tell me. So we don't need all that. Go ahead and say it.
I think I'm the same age as you, Kevin.
Okay, just say the name. Just say 53.
No, I'm not 53.
What is
But
it?
close.
I'm not going to ask one more time. I'm going to drop you if you don't say the age. I'm going to drop you.
Ooh.
I'm going to drop you. That's only if you don't say the number, you go goodbye.
Ooh.
All right. Y'all see I'm about to hit remove, right?
Can I just say
I said if you don't say the number, and see, I want you to understand. I want you to understand. Our audience, I want you to understand. I asked the same question. You ain't special. Answer the question.
No, I'm in denial.
Yeah. Say goodbye. Like that's gonna change anything. She's in denial. What happened? Did the blue tape? She's in denial.
Mr. Samuels,
Huh?
may I say something?
Go ahead. I don't understand. Like I'm in denial. What the hell?
Nah, she don't want to talk about it. But can I say
You
something?
don't have to say nothing about it. Just going off my shit though. Go
I
ahead.
have had high value men with my my ineffective earlier years.
Well, hold on. Let me do this. So this woman came all the way over here, just not announce her age. That's crazy. And y'all wonder why so many Generation X men are unmarried. Let me show you why. That's why. Natalie, how are you? Is that Natalie or what is that? Natalia? Natia, I don't know. How old are you?
Oh, Nakia, yes. Can I not be shown on YouTube?
How old are you?
31.
All right. And then what's the other one? Dana. I can't read y'all's names, man. Something L.
Danielle.
Why don't we just spell regular ass names? You got Danielle with a Y. How old are you?
Oh, 32.
All right. See, you see how everybody else came through and acted like they had sense. Yeah. So Natia, what's the deal? Martin and Malcolm. Martin.
My picture, but I don't know why it's showing up.
Wow, because I turned out the video. Are you?
Good. Thank you.
Are you Will and Jada? Or are you Martin and Coretta? Which one?
I'm actually Martin and Coretta, because I'm actually married.
Cool. See how that worked? Danielle.
Same.
Thank you. How come all the younger women are down with the Martin and Coretta, and all the old birds want this unicorn Negro and they got short hair? And I don't want these. That's the funny thing. I want y'all to understand why so many men over 45 are unmarried. It's not because we didn't want to be. It's because the women of Generation X were untenable. They wanted everything, and they still want it all.
It's not good to be ambitious.
Die alone.
From the streets.
But it's not good to
I'm
be
a
ambitious.
bitch
It's not
from
good to,
the streets.
like,
I get that money.
expect the
I
best,
get
want
that
the best.
money. Bitch,
I'm
give
just-
me
Can I
what
make a
you
comment
got.
on
I
that?
get
Why
that
do you
money.
think this is why, okay? When are y'all, my question is, when are women like you gonna admit y'all were just wrong?
I already said that.
So it's not ambition, ma'am. It's not ambition. It was just
Didn't I
wrong
say that
headed.
earlier, Mr.
No,
Sanders?
but you're still like, well, it's not good to be ambitious. No,
No, I'm
that's-
asking. I concede what it
it's not
is.
good to be ambitious. No, it will be better to be married.
Okay.
It would have been better to be married to a man, and you only got one kid.
Correct.
Okay, that didn't do the black community any good. Just having one kid, we need at least three, and it'd been better for your daughter and your other children to be married and have them 5 kids in the context of a marriage. None of this is good. We got to start admitting none of this is
all
good.
the children were within the context of a marriage, sir.
The 5 children are from.
Her 5 children, her 2 marriages, yes.
Okay.
Correct. She achieved from that.
Hold on. But
what
why'd
I
she get
did.
divorced? Okay, but why'd she get divorced?
I already told you I have to have that conversation with you.
No. Okay,
Yeah,
I just
it's a
didn't know. Was
sensitive
there? You talk to. Let me do this. This is too much. Too loud. This enough. Too goddamn much, man. Hello. So you want to go ahead and tell us how old you are, or should we go ahead and boot you?
Me?
Miss Brown, yep.
All right. I'm 52.
All that for that. All right. What is this? Unmute yourself. I'm looking at some of these names and they don't make any sense. They're like Jenna DeLeon, Danielle with a Y, Natalia T to top. I'm like, where's Tanya and Sheila? Where's the simple shit? Kim. What's your name, ma'am? Starts with a J.
So we'll just say Jen for now. And can I not be on camera, please?
How old are you?
I'm 24.
All right. Do you want Will and Jada or do you want Martin and Coretta? Which one do you want?
So if I had to choose,
Yeah.
thanks. So if I had to choose between the two, I'd say Martin and Coretta. However, my view for, I guess, the whole cheating alone versus the other option you posed was, what if like you were open to like your partner and you engaging in like open polyamory?
No. You don't get anything else other than me. What are you talking about?
No, but I mean like with other women. So like we engage
No.
sexually together with other women.
Nope. That's still you getting something else. No, you're going to make me a sandwich.
Because I've dated high value men.
I don't care.
And that's been
All right. Well, okay.
concession.
Nope. Not as wise. Nope. That's that Will and Jada shit. Nope. We can get the other women. You go make a sandwich. We'll tell you when we're done now. You can bring a girlfriend for me. Then I can go have fun. Then you make me a sandwich. That's what Coretta would have done. See, they still want to balance this shit out. Say they want it to be, well, we can both have fun. You don't get fun. You get taken care of.
Yeah, I'm not saying for every time it being
No times. So I'm tired of lying to y'all. No times. None. We're too territorial. Nope. No.
There's plenty of men who like to engage in threesomes.
What your husband got to say about what your husband got to say about that? Bam.
Okay.
What your husband got to say about that?
From the streets, I'm a bitch from
it worked out
the
for a minute.
streets. I get that money. I get that
Until I got
money.
sick and,
Bitch, give
he
me
left
what
me left,
you
so that's what
got.
it was,
I get
so.
that
I mean, I guess it's
Don't no man want his wife to be shit. No, no. And see, that's what they. If you can do that, you can have that new way. But that's not what God guys want. And if they do, they'll do it before they get married. That's why I asked that piercing question: what does your husband have to say? Because because men don't marry that in mass. You may find one-off cases, but that's not the norm.
because that's kind of how we met, and then we ended up
You
getting
ain't,
married,
you ain't,
and
huh?
that was kind of the staple of
You're
our.
married
I was.
to him?
Yes.
How old are you?
Going 24,
How old was he?
39.
Are you still married?
We are just finished up our divorce.
How long were you married?
2 years.
Who filed for divorce?
He did.
On what grounds?
I basically got sick during COVID, and he just said that it's like, I'll always be here for you. It's a lot. And so that's kind of what happened.
So he divorced you because you got COVID?
I didn't get COVID. I got sick during COVID and had an autoimmune illness and was in and out of the hospital quite frequently. And he was just saying that, he was just saying it was pretty hard to deal with his own mental health and my stuff.
See what okay. Making a lot of money doesn't make you high value automatically. And that's why I say you got some sort of weak kind of man, which that perfect. You get sick and he left you. That's not what husbands do. Not the kind of man I'm talking about. That's why I don't automatically throw men who just why you just can't be in this group with just money. But he will accept that other shit though. See, you wait a little bit. You wait for it a little bit. It'll start to make sense. The men I'm talking about are territorial. They don't want to share their wife, the person that's supposed to create their legacy, with another. They don't want to even share you with a job, much less another human in a sexual capacity. So, all right, let's unmute. Everybody, unmute everybody. George. All right, so Jocelyn. So what do you got to think about that 24-year-old? What do you think?
About what she said?
Okay. You come around to understanding that it's better to have Martin and Coretta just responsibly with some rules. Let me ask you a question. As long as if you were married to your man, and as long as he didn't bring in any babies, diseases, or do anything that was, bi or gay or something like that, would that be fine? Could you deal with that? As long as those three things weren't crossed.
Yeah.
All right.
There would be like, emotional things to go through, but it's like, as long as you have everything you need and the man you love and he provides you with all those things, it's like, what are you tripping about?
Right. Because if you're not, my point is you're not going to find out about it. You don't go looking for the problems. And if they don't show up, it's no different than a woman asked me the other day, was like, well, what about if we decided to do it too? I'm going to be honest. Most men don't give a shit as long as we don't find out about it. If you decide to step out on your man, you better make sure he never finds out about it. Because once we know about it, then we got to do something. That's what happened with Will and Jada. Will was fine. Until he looked at Jada's face and he had to throw the cape on. We don't want to have to do nothing about this shit. If you really care about us, don't let us find out about it. All right. Miss Brown, you never got a chance to speak. Which one do you want? Will and Jada or Martin and Coretta?
Well, I think I was liking the Will and Jada, but you
doubt you like Will and Jada. Oh, you want that new wave thing.
Well,
do you have any children?
I have 2 children.
Have you ever been married?
All my life.
Why were you thinking you wanted Will and Jada?
Well, they just looked like they had a fun relationship.
Who was having more fun, Will or Jada?
I thought it looked kind of equal.
Really?
Yeah.
When they went to Red Table Talk, did Will look like he was having a good time?
Well, I haven't seen all the Red Table Talk, but maybe
What you saw at the Red Table Talk, did it look like Will was having a good time?
probably saw a lot of Jada stuff. It looked like they both were very open.
Did it
with
look like
everything.
Will was having a good time? When she said, I got into an entanglement with August, and he said, I think you're going to need to, ma'am, did it look like
But
Will was
that's
having a, no,
that's
man, no.
towards the end.
When Jada tried to describe her affair with a young man who was having mental health challenges as an entanglement, and Will had to ask her, I think you need to go into what entanglement, and she said, it was an entanglement. You mean a relationship? Yeah. Did Will look like he was having a good time?
Well, no man's having a good time.
That's not what I asked. You know, I'm asking you, ma'am, I don't like when women aren't direct. I think it's disrespectful, and I'm tired of it, especially women around my age. I get tired of it. Why not just answer the question directly instead of this and that? Did Will look like he was having a good time? Yes or no?
No.
All right. Why is it so hard to answer a question directly?
I can answer directly.
You didn't want to answer your age.
No, I didn't.
I'm going to tell you one of the reasons I think a lot of our women have a problem, because they don't really have respect for the overall black male image. We don't really have a place of authority in most black women's mind. We shouldn't be asking them shit. They don't want to respect us. Especially women in my generation, they don't look at me as being an authority figure. They honestly looked at me. Honestly, a lot of Generation X black women look at the average black man as contemptible, condescend to us.
No.
Yeah, and now we're just trying to call it out because you wouldn't, if there were non-black men asking these questions, you'd be far more direct.
No.
You'd be far more direct. Okay, I've only been black 53 years. I've only seen what I've seen. You're right. What am I talking about? Shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. You right. Can't make this shit up.
You couldn't make this stuff up.
Scared to make this stuff up. All right. So, bring somebody else in. Now, I want to know, you said you're going to teach your daughter are you muted? You said your daughter's married for the second time?
Correct.
Cool. How long should she be married this time?
Maybe like a year.
Oh, you dating?
Am I dating directly? No. Have I dated in the last 6 months? Yes.
Okay. Do you want to get married?
If it's possible, yes. I mean, I'm working on myself in terms of my, my masculine energy and putting it away when I leave work. But yeah, I mean, I would love that prospect. I would love to share my life with someone.
How long do you think it's going to take you to get to where you're ready to start looking at being married seriously?
By all accounts of people who love me and people I'm accountable to, I probably done about
how many time frame?
74% of the work. So maybe another 6 months. That's why I started watching you with the shout, because I'm sorry.
74%. That's an unusual number. So you think you'd be ready to be a wife in like 6 months?
Correct.
Are you in therapy right now?
Have been primarily 4 years to work on things. Now
4 years? 4 years?
4 years, for multiple years. Probably since I became a nurse, about 38.
4 years? That's a long time.
No, 38, off and on. I don't go to intensive, like every week stuff. I was doing that at first. Now I'm more life coach, accountability, check in.
Hey, Miss iPhone, how are you doing?
Hello, am I on?
Yeah. What's your first name?
Chanel,
Chanel. How old are you?
37.
All right. Would you like more Martin and Coretta, or would you like Will and Jada? How would you like your marriage to be?
Neither.
That's not an option, but
I mean, I have my own idea how I want my marriage to be.
but that's not the question I asked.
Okay.
Why do y'all think y'all can just come up here and do what the hell you want to, though? I mean, that's not even, I mean, where'd that work at? I get everybody else, but it's like neither. Can you answer my question before you give me what you want?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Martin,
Which way has a history of working?
Will and Jada. I'm just being honest.
How many children you got?
2.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you
Why
got.
you saying
I
that?
get that money.
My cup is empty. May
I don't understand why you say that Will and Jada got more of a history working. Please. So did that look like it was? So you say that it looks like it had more history working. Please explain why. Inquiring minds would love to know.
Well, because, you know, obviously he's a protector. And they're swingers. So both of them were cheating.
Yeah, so so you say that Will and Jada and marriages like that have had a longer track record or history of working than Martin and Coretta. Make it make sense.
I mean, come on now. All of these relationships are garbage.
Including yours?
Well, I'm single right now.
Well, you got 2 kids, so you had at least 2 relationships.
I have 1 relationship. I have my kids are teenagers, so
Same father?
yes, same father.
Was that relationship garbage too?
At the beginning it was great. It was great. But like towards the end, it got a little rocky.
This is almost too easy. So you got your own ideas on how you want to do. How should marriage work in your opinion?
Well, both people should be committed to each other, you know. And I know you say that men should be able to cheat, right?
Go ahead.
So if he's gonna cheat, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with a man because men been cheating forever. So I mean, I don't see no big problem with it. So
Okay. Still trying to understand how it's supposed to work. They should be committed to each other.
as long as if he's gonna cheat and have his way, as long as he's taking care of the household, I mean, what's the big idea? What's the problem? Everybody should be happy.
That was Martin and Coretta.
Jada, wasn't they swingers or whatever? I really don't know how their relationship was. I just
You think Coretta Scott King was out swinging or having affairs?
No, was she?
See, well, I want you guys to understand this. Like when I do these focus groups in particular, I ask women questions about relationships, and it is saddening to realize how little thought women today put into relationships. Y'all just expect this shit to happen. I just asked you, how is a marriage or relationship supposed to work out? You're 36 with 2 kids, and I couldn't even, 37. I can't even get 30 seconds worth of talk out of you. You're supposed to be committed to one another and then work some words. That's no thought. That's no thought. There's no serious thought about a relationship. It's just supposed to work. And what I'm trying to get everybody to understand is if the women if the women you're dealing with, they've never thought about a relationship in practical terms. Even if they even thought about it like in terms of a job, they put more thought into getting a damn job than a husband. And then you wonder why relationships are garbage. Trash in, trash out.
I mean, relationships don't have to be garbage.
They're garbage as long as the women are lackadaisical, lazy, and don't take it seriously. That's how, I mean, because men can only deal with women. And if women aren't, you ask a woman what she wants from a man, it's a long laundry list, and ask the average woman what you bring, it's me. I don't think about it to the point to where, all right, at what age do you think women should really start seriously putting pen to paper and putting serious, deep thought into long-range mate planning?
What age?
Yes.
About
What-
25.
Have you done that?
No, I'm gonna be honest.
Then why you say 25 and you 37 and ain't done it?
Because I want to see other women, that, since I made mistakes, I would like to see other women do it the
It
right
ain't no
way.
other woman's responsibility for you to get yourself together so you don't go around talking about relationships are trash. This is my problem. This is why I ask. I want women who think like you. No, well, listen. I want women who think about relationships like you do to shut up. And let me tell you why. I want you to shut the French toast up. Because you women who think like you, who have not put long-term mate planning, pen to paper, deep thought, we shouldn't have to hear any of your opinions because they're not based in any seriousness. And all it does is puts more toxicity and confusion into the marketplace. The women who are serious would be better off not hearing your unfounded, unquestioned opinion based on nothing but just opinion. That's what you got these 24-year-old girls. They listen to y'all in your mid 30s and 40s, and they never ask, well, man, have you ever really put some real thought about this? No, I'm just telling you how I feel right now. Young women are listening to y'all.
Kevin, you're right. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. You're right. But I'm just being honest. I mean, what you want me to lie? I mean,
Well, no, what I want is for you to do what you need to do. You say you got 2 kids.
Yeah.
All right. And you say that women should start putting thought to this about 25. How'd you come up with 25?
Well, because when they're 25, they didn't probably had their fun during their, 20s.
So why haven't you done it at 37? What are you waiting on?
I mean, I'm dating.
Okay. I don't care if you're dating. I asked about the long-term deep thought planning. Why haven't you done that yet? At 37 with 2 children, why are you going on the next meet-ass date if you haven't thought about what comes next? What you're doing, what you're dating for?
I'm dating for marriage, Kevin.
But you haven't put any thought or plans into. Okay, they date based on feelings. They don't plan. And that's what I've just shown, ma'am. You're dating with no goal. I mean, you're dating with hoping for this to work. Where's your plan? That you said the 25-year-old. Where is that when you go out on the next date? Where is it?
You say what now?
Where is it? Where's your plan?
What is my plan for my next date?
Yeah, because you say you're dating. Okay, cool. But where is this thought out concept of what a marriage or relationship should be?
Well, my relationship, I would like for it to be like, I would like a provider man.
Why?
Because it just feel more comfortable. Like,
How old is your youngest child?
17.
Why should you need a provider male at 37 with, why? Why should a provider man needs to pay for young kids? Why does he need to pay for?
You don't have to pay for. I mean, he don't have to pay for my son.
And that's the point. So why? Okay, a provider male. You need a provider male to take care of you. A provider male. Would it be better for for the black community if we got a limited supply of provider males, right? Okay. Would it be better for those men to get with young, childless women and make families, or women your age with kids?
It would be better for them to get with a younger woman. Yes, it would.
So why would you selfishly need a provider male if you're not providing kids?
I can have kids.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Selfish. Like I said last night at the focus group, ladies, modern women are selfish because, man, you're too old. You've already had your kids. Not your turn. You get what's left. You get what's left. You get what's left after the provider males get with the young women that give them free wombs, open wombs, no trauma, no drama. Those people can go off and build the community. And then the other women who have no kids can get with the other men. And then women like you who've already decided to have children with other men and got trauma and drama and everything else. You can get trauma and drama and whatever. You can get what's left. But we need to keep our better quality men with a better chance of having better families. And if it was the opposite, I'd say we need to give our younger women to men who are going to be provider males. It's better for everybody, man, because you've already had your kids. You've already had your life.
Can I say something, please?
Yes.
So I'm supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
A 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your looks?
Natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, a dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have, listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
ain't nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No. You said so. I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so. I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. I mean,
Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
you ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
No. You're 6. You're 5. You said you're 6, ma'am. You said you're 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
But
ma'am.
I
So
have my own business though.
congratulations. Don't care. Ma'am, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you, okay, 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you.
Look, I didn't say
I'm
all
asking.
that.
I'm asking, ma'am, because ma'am, we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would
Okay,
be.
so I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well,
Is that
but he,
better?
no. But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get
Because
less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single, because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide, but that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need, except somebody to share life with. And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards? Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your highest standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have, Kevin, they don't have to settle for me.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that
Mhm.
high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
And you go off women.
No.
value.
If you want to know, high value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men.
Mhm.
And high value men get high value women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am. No, yes. Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be. I mean,
You could be.
if I
So
take
okay.
care-
So
I take care- can I
man,
tell you-
listen.
can I tell you about-
Don't
Can I
hold
tell you about myself?
Hold on. Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children.
Mhm.
Where in the world do women who are average to above average, average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
Kevin, I'm working on myself. So if
No,
I was
ma'am,
to
I asked a
lose-
very specific question. It's not, no, because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there, can I?
And
So
see,
you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds and
80
I take
years
care,
ago, 80 years ago, with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago, would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
you said
80 years ago. 80
Was she-
years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men? 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am. Just want you guys to understand, especially in the black community. You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair. But listen.
I'm
The
listening.
But the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
But Kevin, I talk to pretty good high value. I go on dates with high caliber men.
Yes, they will go on dates with you. They will talk to you. They'll have sex with you.
We talk about marriage.
I want you to understand this is what the issue is, because I've talked about this for a year and a half, because men will deal with you. What man of value, who is a high value man recognized by other men of value, what man that fits in that category is seriously vetting you to be a wife today?
I'm talking to someone now. I've been dating this guy now who's a pretty high value, and we've been talking.
How old is he?
He's 51.
And what makes him high value?
He owns his own car dealership, and he has multiple businesses. He owns houses. Like he's doing pretty good for himself. He's probably not rich, but
ma'am, being high value is more than just money.
He got a good head on his shoulders. He got a good personality. He take care of himself. He work out. He don't even look like he.
Oh, Jesus Christ, ma'am. I'm trying to be reasonable, but it's more than just money. And I'm saying a man like, okay, why would a man? How can I say this without sounding rude? I'm trying to. Why would a man who has this going on, and what state are you in?
I am in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, I just said state. But anyway, why would a man who's choose a woman like that? Okay, if you say he's high value, to me, when I talk about high value, it's not just money. It's over a period of time. It's what you do. It's also men of value must recognize you as a peer or a potential peer. You got to have a network of high value men and others, and you must be useful to others in a group. So you judge a man not just on his money, by his network, by other men who say, yeah, that's a man of value. He's a mover or shaker, a most eligible. Okay, man, but these men don't settle. They don't settle. They don't get women who are. There are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high value. But here's one thing that they do agree with me on. They don't take a woman with children. They don't. I've had men who vehemently disagree with me on a lot of things. They don't listen to me, but unanimously, we don't take another man's children, because that's not even in their mindset. They don't. So you ladies can call it what you want. And I'm thinking, how long have y'all been dating?
2 weeks now.
I said seriously, but considering you to be a wife in 2 weeks, ma'am. Yeah.
I said we've been talking about it.
Ma'am, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. I said, what man of value who's recognized by other men of value is seriously betting you to be a wife? And you said this man, you ain't known this dude but 2 weeks.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, ma'am, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Because you'd be lucky to get an average man. He would be settling for you. He would be settling for you to have to deal with you, 2 children from somebody else. Yes, ma'am, that's why. Because
say something.
No, you asked, let me finish. He'd be settling for you because
Because I got 2 children?
Amongst other things, yes.
I mean, I'm a good person to get along with. So
That may be, ma'am. That may be. You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfectly lovely people who are childless and more physically appealing.
That's fine.
So ma'am, by definition, see, that's the thing. The kind of men you ladies talk about you want, they are rare. They are for every man that falls into your category, there are thousands of women that want him. He can only have one wife. That's
Let
why.
you tell it, he gonna have a lot of wives. I mean,
No. He gonna have a lot. He gonna have a lot of. He gonna cheat a lot, but he gonna have one wife. He can only marry one person. It's called. It's called
Well,
bigotry. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. No, that's enough. You can only have one wife. Don't. No. That's all. You can only have one wife. Nope. You sat there and why did you marry your baby daddy? This is
We grew apart.
Oh, Jesus, don't say it. You grew up. Whew, softball. You grew apart. Was that before or after the second child?
The second child, we was getting into arguments and stuff. So it's just,
So, and how long were y'all together?
we was together since we was teenagers.
See, that's the problem. There's another problem, man. You get no higher than your baby daddy. Because men look at a woman and then she look at her children because men say, I'm not going to go raise a lesser man's child. That's what happens.
You think all men think like that?
You think I got 1 million subscribers on each platform because I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I can do this night in, night out and people co-sign? Ma'am, y'all would be better off to realize that more men think like this because the results show they do. You're almost like a mirror copy of Average at Best. The video that sparked a lot of this. She only had one kid, you got two. Yes.
You trying to make it seem like I'm you trying to
I'm
make it
saying
like
I'm making it seem. No,
I'm
I want you to
better.
understand that how we came in is the same thing that she said. You saying I would have to settle for an average man, and this is a men's platform. What do you think you were saying to all the men that are average men when you say that you will be settling for them? 50% of men are average or below. You don't have a problem offending them.
No, I don't want to offend nobody.
When you say you settle for, okay, ma'am, if I said I settled for you, would that make you feel good?
A lot of people settle.
If I said I settled for, don't see when a woman doesn't answer a question directly, she's attempting to be deceptive.
Yes, I'll be mad. Yeah, I'll be mad.
Right. Thank you. So don't play with me. So when you say you're going to settle for an average man, you don't mind offending them. So I have no problem telling you why I think it's crazy for an average woman. Average, you say you're 6, I'll give you a 6, 5, 6. Okay, fine. But all the other things, man, puts you below average. I want you to listen. Let's take it away from you and me. Let's take it away from you and me and looks and everything else because it's too personal. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's reset the table. Okay, where would it make sense for a high school graduate who graduated with a C, a 2.0, a 2.0, right? Would it make sense somebody like that demanding to get into Harvard, Princeton, MIT, Stanford?
No.
Would they be settling for junior college?
No.
You're JUCO. Junior college. 2.0. But the way you talk and women like yourself talk is like you deserve to get into Princeton, Harvard, MIT, Stanford. When you're a 2.0, going to junior college.
Can I say something?
Sure. I mean, and understand, people go to junior college to get associates, decide to go to junior college and go to a 4-year, and it would be far better in the world for women who are average to get with an average man, because an average man provides a woman options. But I don't want you to get with an average man and feel like you're settling. You need to treat that man with respect. Because a man is worth more than a goddamn paycheck.
I would never. I mean, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, why would I disrespect them?
I'm talking about women in general. And well, you disrespected them by saying settling. That's why. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Saying I'm settling is a condescending, disrespectful tone. Just like you say, you would feel some kind of way if I said I settled for you. But my grandmother settled for my grandmother had a sixth grade education. My grandfather had a fourth grade education. She settled for him and gave us a family legacy that we are still trying to measure up to. We are not doing nearly as well as the people who had less education and more harsh circumstances in the black community before us. We are not good stewards of of their legacy. And part of the reason is because our women are so out of line. You think you're settling or should get more, and you can't get more. There are only a handful of these men, but the rest of women get men who roughly around their area. Yes, it's okay to want something better. It's okay to graduate with a 2.0 and want to get into Princeton or want better, but you got to be realistic and pick. Now, again, everybody who thinks I'm being a little harsh or whatever, she's 37 with 2 kids and still hasn't put together any real thought about what a marriage or a relationship should be. But y'all focus on my tone and my delivery and this and that. And all I'm sitting here trying to do is tell women like you, ma'am, that you would be life is better with somebody on your level. And understand something. I'm going to say this and I'll let you speak. If I put you with a high value man and you were his wife and you went around these places, do you feel like you would fit in the room with these women, their wives?
Yes, because I'm classy. I'm not a ratchet type woman.
And say you're ratchet.
I know how to speak. I know how to drink from a glass. I mean,
ma'am, they would look, ma'am, they would look at your chest tattoo and rule you out.
I could cover that with makeup, Kevin. I wouldn't even have this type of
Okay. And see, that's another thing. I've had so many women who were married to these kind of men say these women have no idea how snarky and how vicious these women can be.
And I got this when I was young.
It doesn't matter, ma'am. You got it. And you still got 2 kids out of wedlock, ma'am. They're gonna. All the woman would have to do is like, oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, Roger. Here's your wife. Hey, Miss Cleveland. Hey, how you doing? So Roger, yeah, he's a VP of marketing, And where'd you graduate from college? What? Ohio? State? Michigan? BTN? Oh, you didn't graduate. Oh, you didn't graduate from college. Okay, all right.
Mr. Kevin,
ma'am, I'm just telling. Okay, never mind. They don't get it. They don't get it.
Can I say something? You said
you can say something. Go ahead.
I thought you said like college and all of that type of stuff didn't matter.
I said to men it doesn't matter, but I asked you being in the room with their wives, where you're in with the soccer moms and the 4-H club and the junior league and all these other women. Oh, women size you up. They're looking at everything about you, and you know how women can be. And if you don't, let me tell you, these women, they look at everything.
But I
all right, never mind. It's enough.
Can I? You said
at the end of the day. No, you don't get a high value men want something for their value. You may be a perfectly lovely woman, but they're limited in supply. And if you had as many options as he does, would you settle for a man like you? Would you settle for a woman like you? Would you do that? If you had as many options as men as he has in women, would you settle for you? Of course you would. Outside of your mind. That's why I have no problem staying on code. Because shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. They're gonna keep going and 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 keep going. Keep going. Average at best, meet average at worst. Nothing's been learned. They all think that women, yeah, that's her, but I'm special. No, you're not special. If you want to get on and ask me a question, you got to raise your, if you want to get on, I got to see you on camera. If you're in the waiting room, I got to see you on camera. Thank you for the conversation, man, but you're not, again, you wouldn't be settling for an average man. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 31.
All right, so get back on topic. Will and Jada or Martin and Coretta? Which model would you prefer?
I would believe that me and my husband are more like Martin and Coretta.
Okay, so you were married already?
Yes, I'm currently married.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring in Amanda. I think you have background noise playing too. Just a second. Amanda, hello.
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Will and Jada or Martin and Coretta?
Martin and Coretta all day.
All right. So you'd be all right with your man tipping out?
I mean, it's not something that, I'm married, so there are the vows behind that, but I know realistically that is something that men do. I'm not going to say I'm cool with it like the other girl said, but as long as, he's not bringing home anything to me, I have no indication.
Have y'all ever had a conversation about how to step out responsibly?
Really? No, we have not.
You better have one. Because I'm going to tell you, you better start having these conversations. Because part of the problem today, y'all don't have these conversations. We don't have adult conversations. Our grandparents and our great-grandparents had they survived world wars, Great Depressions, Dust Bowls, lack of food. They talked about real shit. We talk about love and hip hop and Lion King. Real long relationships take thought. So if a choice does come up, what choice would you want him to make? Even though you don't support him cheating, cool. But you got to. It would be wise to say, if you were to do something like this, which I don't condone, don't do this. So at least he would know what he chose to do afterwards. But at least he'd know.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion that you ladies start doing. Start having conversations. Brittany, she bounced away. Hello, bounce back on.
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I am 27.
All right. So Martin and Coretta or Will and Jada? Which one? New wave open or old school cheap? Which one you want?
I would like to answer this question before I answer because it kind of would go with my answer. Yes, a high value man. I do believe it would be not Will and Jada, but the other option.
Martin and Coretta?
Yes.
So old school cheating. All right. Cool. Are you married or are you single?
I am single.
And you how old again? 27?
Yes.
You children?
No.
Presuming you get married one day, are you going to have the how to cheat conversation with your husband?
Yes, I would. Because
Look at it like, oh. Go ahead.
I would, because the person that I am currently with now, we actually had this conversation because I'm kind of, I guess, confused about the whole high value man of value, and an average man, because I don't feel like an average man should necessarily be able to step out and do that. But, and I was trying to think of like, okay, so the man of value or the
okay, all right, this is gonna piss a lot of people off, but honestly, average men don't have as many options as high value men. So the percentage likelihood that they won't have the same percentage odds. That doesn't mean they can't do it, but it's far less likely average man will do that because he has less probability. You don't have women. I mean, how do I say? Ladies, you need to understand, if you have a man that's in a certain caliber, women you think men are in your DMs? Women are trying to take your place, not just men are just trying to get in your panties. Ladies, hear me and hear me well. Many men will screw you. Most men won't take care of you. Women want your place. So if you got a man that's a high value guy, She wants your place. She wants to be on the mortgage, on the will. So if you got an average guy, you don't have as many women trying to do that. Now I'll just say that. Doesn't mean it can't still happen. And here's another thing. Here's the thing. If you have an average guy, ladies, and he's above average looking, you better have the conversation anyway. You got to judge the man based on, okay. He makes you tender and moist, don't he? You better have start judging the man by the women that are looking at do you catch women looking at your man, Brittany?
Yeah.
Then you better have a conversation.
Okay.
Because all it takes is a lottery to put him in high value, according to some of y'all. If he's attractive to other women, for whatever reason, ladies, if he's attractive to other women, for whatever reason, ladies, high value or just good looking, you best have the conversation on cheating with rules or responsibly. Or run the risk of him not knowing. I'm only trying to help. Jocelyn, go ahead.
Actually, yeah, I would like for you to elaborate on the conversation you have with your man about that. Like, for example,
on how to cheat responsibly?
Yeah, like
okay,
I'm saying.
I'll give it to you. First off, you don't do it in the house. You do it out in public. So you got to keep calm and you need to put some thought into it. What are your real deal breakers? Because assuming listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You asked me how to have a conversation. You do it in public and you put real thought into it to understand your real deal breakers. What would cause you to walk out of the house if it wasn't the sex? And I think the big ones are if he comes home with a disease, he comes home with another woman pregnant, or if he's out doing some alternative lifestyle stuff. Those are most women's deal breakers. Another one is if he's spending real money on a woman, treating her like he treats you. But most men can't do that. So find your real deal breakers and present them. I don't want you to do X, Y, and Z, but if you did, don't do this stuff. And leave it there. And leave it there. Stop having the conversation 15 times and leave it there. And I would also suggest y'all tell them, as long as I don't, out of sight, out of mind. If I find out about it, then I got to do something about it. And if I find out about it because you're sloppy, that's on you. Now, I would also tell you, suggest the kind of women you would prefer him dealing with. And you don't want him dealing with one of these broads on the street that's going to be calling your house. See, there have always been rules and parameters. We didn't know Big Daddy was cheating on Big Mama because these broads wasn't coming to the house. And they wasn't doing this stupid shit. You get the pick. Got it?
Yep.
All right. Amanda, you ready? Have you been on, Amanda? Amanda's already been on. All right. So, I got women over here. This woman over here is traumatized. Okay, so here we go. Let me cycle them out. You've already been on. Amanda, have you been on already? Okay, we'll get you out of that one. Thank you. If I've already spoken to you, do me a favor and drop out so I can get the other people in here. Look, I get a bad rap. A lot of women is like, I feel like you keep telling women that they need to settle. I would tell you that anybody who says that doesn't watch my content. Ladies, you have a choice in the kind of men you are attracted to and go after. If you choose men that are in short supply, you choose what comes along with any market that's in short supply. When I was coming up, people didn't feel like they were settling for living an average, normal life. The problem is, when I was coming up, people could have 2 to 3 kids, have a 4 or 5 bedroom home or 3 or 4 bedroom home, mid-sized sedans, and a 2-week family vacation to Six Flags. You know, you go out to eat every now and then. People live within their means and had modest whatever. Today, you got average middle class people wanting to drive G-Wagons and travel internationally and eat at Mastros, with working at AT&T call centers. Women wanting, I got to work like a mad woman to take care of myself, but if I get married to a man, you hear so many women to say this: I already got to work hard enough, but when I get married, I want a traditional man. But you're not a traditional woman. A man is not supposed to make your life carefree. He's supposed to give you options and flexibility. A high value man provides more freedom, but it comes at a high price. And not everybody can afford it. Oh, yeah. Not everybody can afford that. So, Miss Stewart. Hello.
Hey, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh, you're young for this conversation. What do you got? What are we talking at 21? Are you traumatized yet?
No, not as yet. I'm from Jamaica.
Okay. So do you know what I'm asking? Martin and Coretta, or Will and Jada? Do you know what I'm asking?
Could you remind me?
Okay. Okay. What did you have to say? Because there's too much to go back on. What did you have to say?
Oh, what I had to say was that you were saying something about men aren't naturally monogamous.
Do you have something? Okay.
Something.
Yeah. We're already kind of at the end of the show. Did you have a question? Because I can't bring you up to speed.
No.
All right. Yeah, have a good evening. Okay. Look, let's go back to average at worst. I think it's crazy that we have gotten to a place to where average at best women feel like they are freaking settling for average men. When I run into men in the world, they are offended that that average women talk like y'all are better than them. And especially in the black community. Black women, you got to understand that most black men feel like you have no problem condescending to them. I cannot imagine a world growing up where a woman with 2 kids who was overweight and average, high school graduate, just leave it there, would be talking about settling for a mother freaking thing. The women who can talk about settling are women who can date men at the top end of the spectrum. Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Rihanna, they would be settling for an average man. Women who fit in that end of the spectrum. Hell, even the Shawiti. You know, I don't like me giving her an adjustable 6, which means keep the pretty. Women who can get men in the upper end of the spectrum, but choose to get, let's say, that's not even a good example. They kind of tried to do this with the old school TV show Rock, where his wife was a nurse and he was a garbage man. But she wasn't settling because he had state benefits. He's a city job. So I'm always going to defend the men. You get what your baby daddy is. especially if you're trying to go higher, men look at your pedigree. Oh, let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. It's April Fool's Day. We're in overtime. We're in overtime.
From the streets, I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
Men of value look at a woman's pedigree. Are you a thoroughbred? Are you a pure breed? Do you have your papers? I'm sorry, but this is true. When a man has to bring you around his partners, his colleagues, everything else, he's looking at how you're going to make him look. And a woman, for a man of value, has to look good on his arm, and she comes loaded with femininity. And if you really, especially if you want a man who's on a more refined level, on a certain level, you got to come with a network. Let's talk about this too. All you ladies who talk about you have a business, congratulations. Your business is only of value your business is of use to a man of value if your network is. I don't often talk about this, but I'm going off. Look, he's already making money. What he needs is somebody who's going to be proactive. Who's going to be your support system, a helpmeet, somebody who's going to bring peace to his life, and bring proactive. So, like, I got one friend who loves it that his wife prepares meals for him and the boys on the way out to dinner. And everybody gets an individually custom-made prepared meal. That's a good woman to these kind of men because they can get a housekeeper. They can get somebody to cook a meal, but they want something that's made with love and pre-thought and care. I'm gonna tell you, a woman that's attractive to me, a woman who says, I'm in this organization, I'm in that organization, I know this person, I know that person. You got connections? I'll turn the shit into opportunity. You got connections? I'll turn it into money. You got connections? I'll make that shit work. You can be proactive and do this. Look out for the pitfall. Man, please. This is why a man looks at a woman with pedigree. So I find it funny that so many women like, he don't want a woman who have an education. You're out of your freaking mind. I often talk about a woman of value. Let's go over it again. For all you stupid people in the cheap seats who keep misquoting me, saying shit that I don't say. Her mindset is smart, cooperative, and agreeable. Why did I put smart in there? Men don't want a pretty Barbie doll that's stupid, a vacuous, empty vessel just to have sex with. She has to be smart. She's teaching the kids. She's the counselor. A woman of value is a value counselor. The last line of defense against stupid shit. So she can't be anything other than smart and cooperative and agreeable. That's why her mindset is important. She's fit. She's disciplined, discerning, and dedicated in and out. She's feminine, affectionate, accommodating with a subtle sophistication. And she's naturally nurturing. Carefree, loving, easygoing. She's overall light. There is not a woman that's like this that is not of value to a man. And in that, I didn't say a gosh darn thing about how she looks. But a woman like that has a giving spirit. That means whatever she has, she brings it to you and allows you to use it for the benefit of you and everybody else in the family. So your pedigree. Yes. People ask, where did your wife go to school? What's the last book you've read? Who did you vote for? What charities do you support? What organizations do you belong to? So you could be a really, really nice person, but if your pedigree doesn't line up, you're not as much of a use. This is why you often see men who got a woman who has the right characteristics. And what did I say? Quit your full-time job to work part-time for your man. And it's not uncommon for this to happen. Come on over here, girl. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put some braces on your teeth. I'm going to get this fixed. I'm going to get this fixed. We're going to get you some etiquette classes, learn how to walk in. We're going to make sure you got on those, what are those shoes? I can never pronounce them. Tom Ford, I like little balls on a bomb. Alea, whatever. Anyway, hey, learn how to walk in these. Yeah. Oh, men love. Remember that show, Pimp My Ride? Men love taking their women and upgrading them. As an image consultant, let me tell you, one of the things men of value used to love to do was say, here's my image consultant. And I'd be like, cool, before and after. I style men, and any woman who's ever worked with me will tell you, I know what the French toast I'm talking about. Men take pride in their possessions. Oh, let's go ahead and put you in law school so you can come work at the firm. Let's go ahead and get you some business classes so you can be the office manager at the practice. Y'all better get shit. Better understand, becoming a man of value's wife, you're going to be just going to school. Red wine, white wine, art, this, that. It requires study. You got to study your man. You got to study his competitors. You got to get along with the other wives. You have to make sure that the children are going to become assets. And a woman like that is exceedingly special. It's a job. And far too many of you ladies think it's a job of a life of luxury where you just sit up and he just spends his money. No, boo. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You're not just going to get the black card. No. You're going to work. Anyway. So, understand something. They say put a fine woman on the screen. You need to understand something. Gentlemen, one of the best things you can do as a man is to make sure you have your pack. And whether you a high value man, blue collar, white collar, whatever, look, man. Today, life is about people more than ever. More than ever. And it takes a woman who's not always concerned with herself to be selfless to rise to her best level with this kind of man. This is why so many women get angry with me, because they want men at this level to just take you as you are. And make no mistake about it, this has nothing to do with black anything. Men of value across the board want women who are assets. So I think it's funny how so many women are like, well, fine, if that's what a black man wants, then I'll go get. You think, anyway, you better. a 5. There might be. He said being a nice. Look here, man. I asked her what she ranked herself. Okay, I don't. There's no need to, split that hair. We got enough to talk about. Bottom line is this: he looks at your pedigree, and if your pedigree is not up to par, it is not uncommon for a man to have to go into debt to get your pedigree up. He wants a return on his investment. Ooh, ooh, Baddies looking at this and laughing. Baddies, what are you talking about? Who are you? Let's also talk about this too. Okay, let's go ahead. Anybody who's talking about baddies, you're in the wrong place. See, men of value don't concern themselves with this bullshit ass term baddies. You motherfuckers gone somewhere. Gone. Either you're too young or you don't know what the hell you talk about. Baddies?
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
Far too many of you guys call women baddies who look like that. Keep your baddies. We're talking about feminine assets, not plastic broads of any color. Far too many of y'all are judging women based solely upon how they look. Oftentimes, men of value go down in looks to go up in cooperation. Anybody trying to get the finest thing on the block, you're doing something that's going to actually make you a return. You know when I talk about baddies are for broke dudes. That's why they come and play on y'all, because all y'all do is look and see what they look like instead of who they are. Who are their connections? What can they do? All they gotta do is give you some sloppy toppy and twerk on your dumb. Anyway, shut. Nah. Look, man, pedigree matters. This is the woman that you're going to be having kids with. Intelligence. What are you making all this? What are you doing all this for? You don't want a bunch of little. You know what baddies do? Baddies make Fredos. Oh shit!
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets.
Baddies make Fredos. We want Michaels. Fredo had a baddie. She was a showgirl. That's what you guys run around getting baddies. Jada, Fredo. Michael got K. Don Corleone, he did the best of all. Okay. All right, man, I got to get out of here. But no, seriously, gentlemen, look at a woman's pedigree. Look past her booty, what her mouth do. Go down, date the boring guy, the average guy. This is what I talked about in the focus group last night, ladies. Stop being so atavistic or primitive. Stop trying to get me. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Focus groups. I'm not going to put the focus group material out for mass consumption because I don't want their voices to be on here. Now, unless I can get somebody to alter the voices, maybe I'll do that. Put it through some sort of digitizer or something to get some of the general concepts out once I have more and more. But I do this often. So if that's the case, I'll be on the road for the next couple of weeks. Next week, I'll be in New York City. So if you want to be a part of the New York City focus group, I'm going to Announced that on Instagram, women only in the New York City focus group. The week after that, the Los Angeles focus group. And then 2 weeks after that, the Boston focus group. If you want to be a part of the focus group, you will have to be available to sit down for about 3 hours, usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours of interaction. Then you might go get a drink or something afterwards. But you must be a professional woman. Professional woman. I'm not looking to deal with college, young women at this point. You need to be out of college. You need to be in the work environment. Why? Because these are different dynamics. The focus groups are for people who cannot afford to be online, but who have valuable points of view and positions. I do not want a bunch of sycophants. I don't want people who already agree with me. Like when I brought on Shan Bodie, and she mentioned in her audience and our audience, we have to start having some common ground. But I also don't want people that are just diehard, feminists either, because I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. Trying to use this behind the scenes. The first round of focus groups are going to be with women. When I announce the men's focus groups, they will be here in Atlanta. If you want to come to the men's focus groups in Atlanta, there will be security and screening involved. They'll probably be in Atlanta and then either Dallas or Houston. I'll be doing more focus groups around the country with women, but for men, it'll be in 2 central locations. All right. So, what else is on the announcement? Yeah. New York City, LA, Boston. I want to announce this so bad, but I can't. Hold it. April is going to be a great month. March was a rip roar month. It ended with a bang. I know. But we got to get back to it. And my book should be out, hopefully be out by fall. So much stuff going on. Shit. Got to get that book out by fall. So problem is, when I may have to take a little bit of a hiatus and scale back on some of the content to put more effort and time into writing the book. But look, thank you to everybody that shows up. These conversations aren't easy. But make no mistake, things are progressing. And if the progression is none other than just self-awareness, knowing what you're not willing to deal with, that's something. Self-awareness is sexy. I said this year is about self-awareness, balance, and separation. Self-awareness, balance, and separation. And just because you separate, you can detach with love. Separating from people does not mean going to war with people. That just means, shout out to this Obsidian in here. Good fences make good neighbors. Yes, they do. They make good neighbors. I don't expect everyone to agree with me, but I do expect you to respect the fact that we are different, and you do you, I do me. Ladies, gentlemen, the same thing. This is why, in order to get anywhere, we gotta have people who think in similar fashions. Ladies, if you are serious, a focus group is a good place to start. There are going to be several events going on this year. I don't want to get ahead of myself though, but I've heard the call. Heard more women want these town hall type things. So yeah, we're going to get there. We're going to get there slowly but surely. Some other exciting things coming up. So we can't. All right, man. Anyway, time is almost up. Let's see. Let me read some of these comments as well. Let's see. Shout out to King David. Shout out to A. Free. Will Smith has resigned from the Academy after the controversy. Resign, he's going to get suspended anyway. Shout out to new members. Shout out to Mr. Steele, member for 5 months. Oh, members. New logos will be coming up in April too. New logos will be coming up. Average men are high value men in third world countries. You better believe it. Drop that thing one more time. Show.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Shout out to Big Shirley. All right, y'all. You know how it is. You know how it goes. You know how it does. Until the next time, you know how it be. Peace. Your godfather is gone.